This might actually be one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh products of all time. The Chronicles Structure Deck, the Fallen, and the Virtuous, which is the new Albaz Structure Deck, is exactly 1 month away. And today we'll be asking the ultimate question, should you buy it? And possibly for the first time in the history of this channel, the answer might surprise you. We'll be discussing the insane value that this structure deck has as a sealed product with a guaranteed pool of cards. We're going to talk about the cards that are not in the structure deck that you might want to pick up early, and also show a deck list of what just 3 of these structure decks may look like. And trust me, there's a lot you still don't know about this structure deck, so stick around. But even if you don't want to buy the structure deck, I'll be giving away one of these to one lucky viewer. I'm collaborating with tier0games.com to give one of you a brand new structure deck all for free. All you have to do is like this video, be subscribed, and comment down below which card in this set is your favorite. And one of you is going to get a brand new structure deck. So without further ado, let's answer the question, should you buy the new Chronicles deck, the Fallen and the Virtuous? Let's go. Before we jump into each and every card that is included in this set, a few important factors that you need to know. First of all, in one of the first time in history, this product is going to be releasing worldwide simultaneously. Usually we get products and sets in the OCG in the Japanese card game first, then after like 3 or 4 months we get them here in English. But this is not the case for this structure deck. The OCG, Asian English card game, and the TCG are all getting it on the same day on October 25th, which is already an historic announcement. This is probably due to the new anime that is sort of pushing this product and other products of this nature. And also one thing that I see a lot of people don't know, this is a full holo structure deck. Every single card in this deck is holo. The entire 50 card set comes in ultra rare with an additional card which is a secret rare upgrade of one of the cards in the structure deck. And one of those secret rares can actually be a Starlight rare. So again, for $19.99, insane value, and we haven't talked about the cards that are included in this deck. So here it is, this is the finalized set list. These are 50 cards that are all going to be guaranteed included in this deck. Now, just to help you understand how valuable this product is, the TCG combined market price for all of the cheapest prints of each of these individual cards adds up to around $70 US. Yes, 70. And the MSRP, the recommended selling price for this product, is $19.99. So essentially, by just pre-ordering this, you already made your $50. And if you can get rid of some of these staples before they are reprinted, you might earn a little bit more money than that, even. So yeah, just in terms of insane value, this product definitely has it. Let's go over the cards one by one and see what is actually included in this deck. So basically, this deck has pretty much everything that you need in order to build a structure deck. You're gonna get 1 copy of Albaz, Aluber, Quem, which is our still relatively expensive card, with only 2 prints, Cartesia, and Incredible Ecclesia, which is now a little bit more important to the strategy, and we'll talk about that in a second. In addition, you get some returning structure deck cards like Kit, Mercurier, and of course Despian Tragedy, Albion the Shrouded Dragon, and then a pretty peculiar addition, which is Keeper of Dragon Magic. This card can honestly work well in Branded, but it hasn't been really played historically. And the team that built this structure deck actually did a really good job in sort of incorporating what the real Branded deck looks like. This is sort of a first time for a structure deck. In addition to the insane value, we have Bestials here. Yes, these are expensive cards at the moment. We have Druisworm, Magnamut, Serenir, which is obviously very important to the Branded strategy, and of course the Bestial Lubalion, all of which are still relatively expensive. In terms of flavor, we get Ecclesia, Fleur-de-Lis, and Maximus, and Fleur-de-Lis and Ecclesia actually have alt arts that you can see on the screen right here. And there's a lot more alt arts in this set, and this is the main pull of this set. Besides getting good value on staples, you also get new arts that are going to be exclusive to this deck. So again, all the more reason to buy it. Lastly, for the monsters, we have Nibiru the Primal Being. They felt like they needed to include a hand trap, and I guess it's Nibiru. And think about the building strategy for this deck, how different it is from the last structure deck of Blue Eyes, where in the Blue Eyes structure deck you actually got Ash Blossom, Veiler, Imperm, and Nibiru, and here they took a more board breaker approach, which is very cool. You're gonna get Branded Fusion, the new card, the Fallen and the Virtuous, which is one of the new cards that tie into Ecclesia monsters specifically, and this is why Ecclesia is also in this deck. The Deer Servant, High Spirits, Branded Opening, Branded Bond, Branded in Red, Branded in White, Branded Lost, and Branded Regained. All the suite of branded spells that you have to play in your deck, and honestly, this is great, all of them are included. Some of these, like High Spirits in Red and Branded in White, are also getting their first upgrade to Ultra Rare, which is also pretty cool. Then we have Fusion Deployment, not this art, the new incredible art that honestly I think people are going to be clamoring over. So yeah, you get that, and an alt art, which is also great. Another alt art and a very powerful and expensive staple that is included here is Triple Tactics Thrust with the new artwork featuring the Tri-Brigades. Triple Tactics, Tri-Brigade, this is why they did it. This card's lowest printing is like 14 bucks right now, and you are getting it basically for free in this deck. Foolish Burial and Gold Sarcophagus, two very important staples to the strategy, and Super Polymerization, which no matter how many reprints this card gets, it still remains around $5 for the cheapest print. And as for the traps, we get Banishment, Beast, Retribution, Sword, Punishment, and Fusion Duplication, which is very smart out of the creator's mind. And of course, the Blackout Laughs, which is also a powerful staple, pretty expensive staple, but also features a branded card in the artwork, so I guess that makes perfect sense. And as for the fusions, we are only missing one from here, and that's interesting, but also a few other cards that are going to be included later in the video. And I put these in chronological order because I'm a lore mastermind. So we have Titaniclad, Brigrand, Sprind, Albion the Branded Dragon, Lubellion and Mirror Jade, Albalenitus, Granguignol, which is extremely important and a really necessary reprint, Rinbrum, and lastly, the new Stigmata Devouring Dragon, the new unaffected boss monster that also has a tie to Ecclesia. Before we go ahead and jump into the deck list of how 3 structure deck make a really competitive deck already, let's talk about some of the cards that are not included in this deck that you might want to pay attention to. First of all, and probably most importantly, Despian Luluwalolith. This card, of course, in the graveyard can special summon Incredible Ecclesia from the deck, which is going to be important to the strategy moving forward. Now, I get the reason why they maybe didn't want to choose to include it. It's not really a mainstay in today's metagame, but I think it's going to be important in the future, and again, this card has very little prints, so you might want to pick it up early. Now, another choice that people were kind of confused about is Albion the Sanctifier Dragon. Does this mean this card is actually getting banned? I'm not really sure, but it's very interesting that they chose not to include it. Other staples that are very played and branded are, of course, Garura, the Wings of Resonant Life, which is a super poly target and a send off of Granguignol in order to draw a card. And we got Borlord Furious Dragon, which actually has only one single print and is probably going to rise a bit in price, especially with the new rocket support coming out in Burst Protocol. Chaos Starsource Dragon and the Despian Praskinian and Despian Queritus are also not included in this deck. Usually, people play one Queritus or one Praskinian to tag out with Granguignol, but again, these are not here. Thankfully, they are still very cheap. Lastly, we have Light and Darkness Dragon, which is very relevant to the strategy, especially with Branded Banishment. Seeing a little bit more experimentation now in Draco Tail with the new Chaos Dragons, but also not included in the set, and I gotta tell you that the Starlight of this card is about $1, so maybe you want to jump on that. And lastly, a card that is usually played and branded either in the side or in the main is Triple Tactics Talent. This was reprinted a lot recently, especially with the Rarity Collection, but still, this card could have seen a print here and isn't. So if you, for some reason, don't own one, it's probably a good time to pick it up. And now let's look at the deck with only 3 structure deck, what I was able to build together. So just to give you a little bit of a taste, if you combine $60 of 3 structure decks and put that deck together, I think you can build a pretty solid deck, a branded deck, which is relatively competitive. So again, you have your 3 Alubers, the Albaz, 3 Shroudeds, and 1 Ecclesia, which again, I think will be very important moving forward, especially with the new Stigmata Dragon that requires you to have an Ecclesia monster in the graveyard or field in order to be unaffected. 2 Cartesia and 2 Quem, 1 Mercurier, 3 Serenir, 1 Lubellion, and 1 Magnamut. Kit, Maximus, because with the lack of stables here, we do actually need to play Maximus and Nadir Servant, Tragedy, and then 3 Nibiru's because they decided to include him. I think any hand trap that they would have included here, I would play. I was kind of hoping for Molcharmi Fualos, but sure. 2 Branded Fusion, 1 Gold Sark, and 1 Foolish. Lost in red, 3 opening, 3 deployment with the new art, and for now, I'm going to commit to only 1 The Fallen and Virtuous. This card is insane. We have a new video coming up about 5 new combos that you can do with this card, but I'm currently including just 1, especially with 3 structure deck put together. The Blackout Laughs, again, another really good discard with a lot of cards here that discard, like Fallen of Albaz and Branded Opening, 2 High Spirits, 3 Nadir Servant, 3 Thrust, Duplication, and Retribution. For the extra deck, I think that it's where it gets a little bit challenging because while we do have Super Polymerization in this deck, we don't have the targets for it. So I opted not to play it and instead played the Nibiru's and the Nadir Servant. Also, the Nibiru can help you climb over a Lunalight Liger Dancer with Titaniclad, which is unaffected. So yeah, I am playing 3 Albion and I am playing 3 Granguignol. These are probably the most important cards in your extra deck. 2 Mirror Jade, And then 1-ups with Lubellion, Rinbrum, Titaniclad, also playing Brigran because why not? Sprint, getting its first holo print, let's go. Albalenidus, and then one of the Stigmata Devouring Dragon. If you really want, you can maybe cut down on the Granganule to add another Stigmata Devouring Dragon, but again, it's going to be a little bit harder to resolve without Luluwalilith. If you do decide to pick up some of these and you decide that you should buy this deck, check out the link in the description and check out tier0games.com and use code galzo5 at checkout for 5% off. There is a big pre-sale going on right now, and again, we are a month away, so prices might actually go up. And again, with an insane value of $70 in cards worth and compared to the MSRP of $19.99, it's kind of a no-brainer, at least for me. But if you don't want to buy it, don't forget about the giveaway. Just comment down below what is your favorite card out of the structure deck, like the video, and be subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.